Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Money G. It's time to review the first movie of 2025, and it's also one of my most anticipating horror films that come out this year. We're starting out with the gate. It is time to review Wolfman. Yes.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Money. Now, Wolfman is a 2025 American horror film. It was directed by Leigh Whannell. It was written by Leigh Whannell and Colbert Tuck. Now, the film stars Christopher Abbott, Julia Gardner, Matilda Firth, and Sam Yeager. Now, in this film, a family at a remote farmhouse is attacked by an unseen animal, but as the night stretches on, the father begins to transform into something unrecognizable. Oh no! Now, horror fans, after the failure of the 2017 The Mummy starring Tom Cruise, which was supposed to be the first movie of a shared universe called the Dark Universe, that was supposed to involve all the monsters from Universal Monster franchise, Universal decided they needed to change direction, need to change course. Obviously, no one liked the Mummy. I know I didn't like it. It was a very poor attempt, and it was just had so many similarities to the Brandon Fraser's version of the Mummy. So what Universal decided, they decided to focus on standalone films when it comes to this franchise, and they did find success in 2020's The Invisible Man. Now, written and directed by Australian film director Leigh Whannell and starred Elizabeth Moss, the film was both a critical and financial success. It earned $144.5 million worldwide and on a budget of only $7 million. Yes, no, I enjoyed the film. It was a great film. And it's like, wow, we got ourselves a winner here, finally. So it's no surprise that Universal will bring Whannell back to make another standalone film involving one of the monsters from the Universal Monsters stable. And that brings us to the next standalone horror film involving one of those monsters. Yes, it is the Wolfman, but this one is called Wolfman. Now, after an interesting opening, we are introduced to the Lavelle family. We have Blake, his wife Charlotte, and their daughter Ginger. Now we see that Blake and Charlotte are having some issues, while at the same time Blake receives a parcel that declares that his missing father has been ruled deceased and that he has inherited his whole childhood house in Northern Oregon. So what does he do? He decides to say, "Hey, look, I want to save our marriage. Let's go on ahead and to Northern Oregon, clean up my father's house, and then bring it back. Might be a decent road trip and get some nice family time, and maybe we can work out the problems in our marriage." No, while on their way to the property, Blake crashed into the woods to avoid hitting something in the middle of the road, and while trying to exit the vehicle, he is scratched and attacked by that same animal. Oh no. After seeking shelter inside of his old family home, Blake starts feeling sick. He starts to sweat and his teeth are falling out. Something's wrong with him, and he starts going through this transformation that will put Charlotte and Ginger's lives in mortal danger. Now, of course, I'm not spoiling anything. We see all this in the trailer. When looking at this film, it seems that Winell decided to go in a different route when it comes to the mythos regarding werewolves or lycanthropy or lycanthropes. Now, unlike the usual supernatural nature when we've seen in most werewolf films, Winell decided to go with a Native American version, um, something called the face of a wolf. I don't know what tribe that they use, but that's what he decided to go with. He decided to do with Native American route as opposed to the typical supernatural route that we've seen before when it comes to werewolves. So in this version, there is no full moon, no silver bullets, and no transforming back in this one as well. Because once you're infected with this curse, that's it. You're going to be the face of the wolf. That's what the locals call them for life. And you can also be killed by conventional means. Doesn't matter. It's obviously going to be tough to kill them, but you can't be killed by conventional means. So that's the big difference between this particular version of werewolf that Whannell is using, as opposed to like the only thing that can kill a werewolf is a silver bullet. Now, the film looks beautiful. It looks awesome as Whannell takes advantage of the area where the film was shot. I believe they shot it somewhere in New Zealand, but he does a fantastic job of how well this film is looked. The film looks well, but very production wise, cinematography as well. The colors look fine. I really love how the film was looking, how it was made. Like in the beginning of the film and some parts of the film, you have these nice, beautiful wide shots. You can see this lush forest and looks beautiful, looks peaceful and loving in the beginning of this film. And then during the other parts of the film, it's dark and creepy at the night scenes that we see later on. It's like, wow, we can't see shit, but it just gives the film the right type of atmosphere that horror fans looking for. I know I enjoyed it, even though I'm pretty sure some people are going to play, I can't see shit, I can't see shit. There's a reason why I believe Whannell did that. The isolation that Whannell places the Lavelles and in this film creates the right amount of tension and suspense as we get to see Blake's deterioration in full view. He doesn't hide anything when it comes to Blake's deterioration. Now, I do like the visuals that Whannell uses in this film, where we see from Blake's perspective and we see from Charlotte and Junior's point of view. It's a nice dynamic. It plays well into his family's fear of him. I thought that was very good. I won't say what it is, but for those who have seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. Now, all the actors do a fine job, very great performances. Christopher Abbott, who plays Blake as a man who afraid he's too much like his father, looks like his father had anger issues, and so he decided he was not going to do the same thing with his daughter. So he has a great relationship with Ginger, which plays throughout the film. As a matter of fact, it's kind of the focal point that Winnell uses in this particular film. Now, Christopher and child actress Matilda Firth, they have great chemistry together, especially when Blake's illness starts to take effect. I thought they had some great scenes together, and it really hammers home the relationship that he has with Ginger. Now, Julia Gardner from Ozark fame, she's pretty good as Charlotte. She's a workaholic who loves her family despite the struggles that they're going through. However, when it comes time for her to step up, she does step up, and we get to the fact that despite the struggles, she really does truly loves Blake and her daughter Ginger, and I really thought that also played a nice dynamic in the film. While she doesn't get any really, we don't get to see Julia Gardner's great performances as we've seen in Ozark and other films. I thought she was good in the role that she was provided. Now, I did enjoy the practical effects, and I love the designs that Bunnell and the team uses on the creatures as they have a semi-natural wolf-like appearance, and it's definitely not that leak image that people start skitzing that leaked online like later on, late I think late last year, and I said, "Oh, well, there's no way in the world that's not going to be in the film," and people fell for it. Now, because of the small cast, there's not a lot of blood and gore, but what we see in this film, for me, it's enough for the type of story that Winnell is using for this film. Now, obviously, some people might not like that, but for me, I thought it was good enough. Now, I'm sure some people will not like this film, as I'm pretty sure they'll be complaining how the film begins. And I think definitely how it is, and I can understand it, and I have no problem for that. But for me, I enjoyed what Linnell giving us here. It's a unique werewolf tale that involves mainly love, sadness, and survival. Like I said before, Linnell seems to be focusing more on the family dynamic, not just a werewolf going around just killing people, as we saw in, I believe it's the Benicio del Toro, the Wolfman film, or any other werewolf films. He's telling a very unique story, and I enjoyed what he did here. So I'm going to give Wolfman 3 out of my 5 Lucky Gold coins. Like I said, it's real good. Really did enjoy it. It's not great. It's kind of not on the, I say not on the level of the Invisible Man, but the Invisible Man for me is a different type of film as opposed to Wolfman. So that's why I'm only giving it 3 out of my 5 Lucky Gold coins. But I still enjoyed the film, and I'm pretty sure, I guess I would say most horror fans will like it, although I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews. So there you have it, horror fans. That is my review and video of Wolfman. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Have you seen Wolfman? What do you thought about it? Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell you what you thought about the film. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as a Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember that Horror rules. And I see you in my next video. Like I say, safe out there.